And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be talking about basically answering your questions. We have gotten a big deployment, a big update release for GroovePages, which is the page builder app of Groove. And I'm betting that you saw it and probably tested some things out. There are some things that were caused to shift and to be different, which were unplanned. Even with the testing that we do in the backend and things like that, we can just not predict what all can happen once an update is getting pushed out. But that is being addressed. Our devs are working. They were. Some of our devs were not even sleeping. They were up all night just working on different fixes and things like that, additions onto the list of deployments, basically of the releases and things like that. So I'm betting there will be a lot of questions in regards to that, but also other things, like in case you have any other questions, feel free to ask. I'm looking forward to your questions. Make sure, just please, if I can ask you to just put a Q in front of your questions, as you can see here down at this banner that is scrolling below me. Welcome to our Q&A session. Ask your questions in the comments, and please include a Q in front of your questions so that I can easily see them. I can already see some of our members are joining in. Marketing with Yoshi. Yoshi is here. I have Ajit Busale. Not quite sure if I pronounced it correctly, but welcome. Ripon Mia. Hey David, and Lizu Mia. Okay, I believe this may be the same person. They have very similar name and very similar avatars. So in case you guys are completely different people, welcome. It's good to have you here. Kevin is here, and I'm betting people like Kevin, people like Rob Murray, people like Tony, and people like Angie Norris that created content on Groove will be super happy that they have job security right now. And I'm one of those. I need to re-edit and re-record all of my videos that I created so far because of the new features that were added. There were like responsiveness options are different, the publishing options are different, and things like that. So Kevin, I know your pain points. I'm with you there. But yeah, we are going to be working on a lot of stuff. Razwan is here. Hi Razwan, it's good to have you here. Ripon, yes, we are related. We are brothers. Okay, cool, nice. Stuart Drummond is here. Hello David. Thank you. My pleasure, Stuart. Awesome. So guys, in case you do have any questions, feel free to ask. I bet there will be questions again about the release that went live yesterday. Just to mention, if you found something that is not working as it should, it is getting a fix, and my dev team is just mentioning now that there are a couple of speedy fixes coming the way to fix some CSS, like the styling issues that may have been caused when you open the editor after the release, and some videos cannot be set up and things like that. So that is going to be fixed very soon. So if you wanted to ask about that, you don't have to. We don't want to leave those out. Let's see. Lol, I'm spending today and tomorrow looking at the changes and keeping myself and keeping my clients members informed. I'm doing the same thing today. So we had a couple of big meetings in the company, just talking about the changes, talking about the future and what is coming out. One tip, guys, in case you haven't planned, make sure you come onto the State of the Groovian. State of the Groovian is going to be tomorrow on Friday, let me just check, 19th of February at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You want to make sure you are registered, and you can do that. I will just double check over here, then I will show you. You can just come to the Facebook community in the Facebook group and just go onto the first page, and it's a pinned post over here. In case you didn't yet, State of the Groovian, in case you haven't visited the State of the Groovian yet, it's a webinar where the founders go on and talk about the future of the company, talk about where we are right now, where we want to be, and why it's good that you are with us. And there is going to be a lot of things that you will be happy with, that is going to make your life so much easier. So definitely register, click on here, fill out your details in a form, And just make sure that you have a seat reserved. There is a limited number of seats, and you want to be there. So I'll just say that much. The founders will take over the rest and inform you about everything else. But yeah, let's just see if there are any questions for me. Hi, David. That was a great update put in. Yeah, I guess it is. We'll be here for a while. Awesome. Facebook user, I cannot see who you are. So in case you could, please just head over to streamyard.com/Facebook. This will allow me to actually see your name and your details so that when you're asking questions or you're commenting that I can see who you are. Thank you very much. Let's just have a look. Hi there, David from Gil Sh or Jill. Not quite sure how to pronounce it. It's good to have you here. I'm wondering if GrooveMember is fully functioning now. Nothing is fully functioning yet, and there is never going to be fully functioning, or not fully functioning, but the features that are going to be released will be functioning, but the software is never going to be full. Like, we are always going to be adding on things. I want to launch my course, but I'm waiting for GrooveMember to be fully ready. It's not going to be fully ready, never. So you will be probably waiting a long time then. We don't plan to stop developing. There are companies that decided that they want to just like finish developing, and this is the Blockbuster thing. Like, Blockbuster didn't want to innovate, didn't want to update and develop further, and then this is where Netflix chimed in and they just won over the market. So we are never going to stop developing it. It's not never going to be fully ready, but the features that are in GrooveMember right now with the functionality that is with the functionalities that it's offering, it is already up and running enough so that you can launch your courses. And I know Kevin has, I believe, 3 different courses, 3 different memberships that he's running. So if you are looking for case studies, you may want to look into Kevin. These are definitely changes in the right direction. Thank you. Thank you to the Groove team. Absolutely. I guess it is. Some people may not like it. Some people will always be just against change. Some people will like the changes. But if you look back, if you remember when Instagram changed their logo, there was a huge outrage. Media went wild. The people were just non-stop talking about things and were outraged because there was a logo change. So it's just like how the world works. There's not much that we can do about that. We are always going to be developing further, looking for better solutions to make things easier for the users, for everybody. So this is why we have decisions that we have. Okay, there's a question from Yoshi. Can you show us how to create a form on GroovePages, first name, email, and integrate with GetResponse? I'm getting general error validation process. More details should be in context section. Yoshi, I'm happy to announce that this was addressed in the yesterday's deployment. If you do a hard reload and you actually have a look at the update over here, there was a fix which was GetResponse form submission fails and shows an error message. This is that error message. So in case you delete your form, in case you create a new form, in case you do the integration again with GetResponse, this should be fixed. Hopefully that helps. You probably did it correctly. There was just an error that was needed, and that needed a fix from the dev side of things. Please test it out again. Make sure you did the empty cache and hard reload, and after that it should be working. If not, please report it to support or just let us know in some way so that we can look into it. But it was tested and it should be working right now. Hi, David. Not sure if this was answered before. Can you please show how to upload custom font to GroovePages? You cannot upload custom fonts. You can use Google Fonts and connect them with CSS. That is possible, but you cannot upload a font into GroovePages. Already asked my question on Facebook post. Now waiting for you to answer it. And hi, David. I actually answered some of the posts that were asked in there. I guess one of those was yours. You were asking about videos, and I also mentioned at the beginning of this live stream that if there are questions about things that are not working as they should be due to this update, the dev team is looking into it. So in case you're waiting for answers on top of that, on those questions, You don't have to, because it just needs a little bit of time for us to collect all the issues that were caused by the release and getting them fixed. You can definitely build courses and use GrooveMember. There you go. Do you see my comment now? When to StreamYard? Eddie, thank you very much. I can see it now. Thank you. It's Gil Shay. Oh God, good. I know I have a very strange last name as well, but I'll force it. Okay, Shetian. I know the struggles. My name is also hard. That's why I just have a stage name of Lemon. It's much easier to pronounce. Kevin, can you tell me why the drag handles move the opposite direction of the mouse drag? When I grab the move handle and pull up to the right, it moves to the left. Yeah, there's an easy explanation to that, but I do understand that it's maybe counterintuitive. So when you select something and you want to move it with the drag handles, and if you move it to the left, it moves to the right, because it is adding on padding. So it adds on padding on this side. So it basically adds on padding from where your mouse is, and then it moves the actual element on the right. So it's not the padding, it's margins. Sorry, it's adding on margins, as you can see here. It's not changing the numbers on here, but it's adding on the margins on the right hand side. And also when you do up and down, it's adding on margins on top. And when you're adding on margins on bottom, then it's actually doing minus on the top. It's not actually adding on margins on the bottom. So yeah, this is something that we'll be restructuring completely. There will be no option to move left and right. There will be only options to move up and down, because we are going to be adding on things like this. So when you have text and you want to make it left center or left aligned, centered, or right aligned, this is going to be also for buttons, for different elements. So we are restructuring the complete builder, and there's a lot of things coming out. But yeah, it's counterintuitive. We already talked with the devs about that, and they just said that they will be looking into it. However, they're working on bigger changes and the bigger structural things in the backend, because we want to make things simplified, like centered and things like that. So yeah, basically that's it. Thanks, Kevin. Do you have some courses that you sell already? Okay, that's not a question for me. I have, okay, this is also communication. Thanks, David Lemon. It would be cool then if the red handle would move with a mouse, maybe. Absolutely. Oh, the alignment will be very nice. Yeah, so this is being worked on right now, and it just takes time for it to be developed. We are, so what you know right now as GroovePages and GrooveMember, and let me see, and even GrooveSell is going to be completely changed. There is going to be a completely new UI. I don't know when exactly, but like there is a lot of elements that are not needed in there. There's a lot of functionalities that are not needed, and our team was actually has some code in the backend that calculates how many times the actual user chooses different options. For example, in case you click on text and then you go into the sidebar to choose the different font, they know in exact number how many times the font was changed, how many times the sizing was changed, and they can see which styling is being used, which styling is not being used. And with that information, we are going to be styling the complete editor, and restructuring everything so that it is more intuitive. The things that are being used more will be coming on top and will be easier to access, and the things that are not as often used, like for example, if you click on something, there is a custom attributes option. When is the last time you click on the custom attributes? Most probably if you are just a basic or normal user, not many times, just to have a look. But this is something that we are actually working on, completely restructuring the whole thing. Will keyboard shortcut or hard key be added to GroovePages editor? I like delete button to delete an element or block. That's a great feature to be requested. I don't have information on that, but if you would like to have that feature, please add it on the feedback portal. Is there a members area that can be set up to deliver our training throughout the login on Groove, or do we have to use a third-party plugin to set that learning platform? You have GrooveMember. Also, before I actually go in to show you, I would appreciate you who asked this question, if you could actually go on to streamyard.com/Facebook so that I see your details when you're answering or asking questions, so that I can answer with your name in there, because at this moment I can just not see who you are. I would appreciate if I could just know who I'm communicating with. So in case you want to create your members portal and deliver the content in a members portal in a membership area, you can go into GrooveMember and do that there. Let me just show you where to go to GrooveMember. In case you just log in to Groove, you will see this dashboard. In the dashboard, there is an option over here to manage memberships. If you go into the manage memberships option, you are going to be able to create your membership by clicking on the content memberships. This is where you actually create the membership. If you're a free user, you have an option to create one membership up to 100 members for free. If you're a paid or a platinum member at this time, you can create unlimited number of membership with unlimited number of members. So this is just how it works. Also, for those people that are watching us live right now, there will be an announcement fully in the members area very shortly. There is a new feature that was added, and it's going to also get improved even today. If you go into members area and you click my members, there is an option over here to disable members. This is something new. This was not available previously. You can also, with one click, resend the credentials, basically the login details, to the customer that signed up with you. And there is also an edit button where you go in and then you can further modify the details of the member. You can also change the access levels that the member signed up to. For example, let's just say this is your mother, brother, father, sister, whoever, and you want to just give them the access to the whole membership, to the whole content, and you can just come in and manually change the access levels they got. What people were mostly looking forward to is deactivating the members. It's not a deleting a member, it's just deactivating, so they don't have access to the membership anymore. And the members will also get notified about being deactivated. There will be a full-on announcement about that. It's just a very small deployment, but it has been long awaited. Let me see other questions. Hi, David. It's from Eric Williams. I'm new at all this, starting from scratch. 1, does GroovePages provide a domain name, or do we have to go GoDaddy? Do we have to buy with GoDaddy or other provider? Can we make subdomains? If I have a domain hosted somewhere else, but I haven't done anything to it, how do I transfer it to GroovePages? Thank you. This is going to also be a video, and I recorded it already. I just need to make sure that it looks good and it is nicely set up. To answer it shortly, does GrooveMember provide, or does GroovePages provide a domain name, or do we have to buy it with GoDaddy or other provider? You would have to buy it with a different provider at this moment. So GoDaddy, Namecheap, Google Domains, NameSilo, these are just 4 of the most popular domain name registrars. I personally recommend Namecheap because it's one of the widely known platforms out there. Groove uses it. I use it. A lot of other like people that I communicate with, which are making a lot of money through funnels and websites, use Namecheap, and I never heard about an issue with Namecheap. So with GoDaddy, I heard about issues, and I heard about people not being happy with that, but that's just like it's relative from situation to situation. That's the answer to the first question. Can we make some domains? Yes, you can make subdomains. As I said, there will be a full-on video about that because the new publishing functionality came out yesterday to GroovePages. So I'm going to record a video on it, but let me just show you how it works just very briefly. Okay, you have your site funnel page or whatever you're working on in GroovePages. You can click the publish button, and here you can you normally will have just your subdomain. Your subdomain is something that Groove provides you for free, and if you have your page published on the subdomain, you can choose the actual folder name. So it will be subdomain.groovepages.com/something that you add on here. If you would like to connect a custom domain, you can click now into the edit domains option, and you can add your domain over here. So in case you have purchased the domain from GoDaddy, Namecheap, NameSilo, Google Domains, or whatever else you're using, you can just type in the domain name over here, which will be domain.com. And then you can choose which app you would like to use it for. Would it be for GroovePages to host your sites, funnels, websites on it, or GrooveSell for the checkout, and or GrooveSell for affiliate tracking? Okay, you can have your affiliate links also set up in your custom domains. And then if you decide that you want to go with GroovePages, it asks you, would you like us to host your site for free? Then you can click yes. Or if you have your sites hosted somewhere else, then you can just do that. Once you set this up, you can connect your domain. This way you will get the name servers that you will need to connect with the domain name registrar, in your case GoDaddy, and then it will take a little bit of time until the actual status becomes active. So this is going to once you see status active, this means that the domain is ready to be used. Once you connected your domain, you can click the edit button and then modify the DNS records further. You can see that we have the Groove Advisor, the root domain connected to Groove. We also have a subdomain connected to Groove, and we also have the MX records to modify the email records. We also have some text verification added on here. Adding on name server records or DNS records is just very easy with one click. Add records, and then you choose the name service over here. You fill out the name content and you click save. So it's a pretty simple process. In case you're not familiar with DNS records, you don't really need to do much. Let me just show you why. Once you connected your root domain, just a domain, you can select it from here, and it gives you an option to use a subdomain. If you want to publish this page on a subdomain, then you can just click this use subdomain button and just type in what you want it to say before the actual domain. So if you type in here lemon, it will say lemon.grooveadvisor.com. Okay, so if we go and publish this, you need to be aware that it takes a little bit of time until the publishing is done. Once the publishing is up and running, then you can see there is a link you can click, which is lemon.grooveadvisor.com/index. If it says index, that means that this is the home page. Let's just click on it and let's see if it is up and running. And yeah, as you can see, we created a subdomain. We created a new subdomain, which is already being reflected here in the DNS records. So it says lemon.grooveadvisor.com. So it created automatically a subdomain record in the DNS management options. So that is it. I gave you a little bit more than you asked for, but this is just so that everybody watching this video understands. I'm pretty sure there would have been more questions about the DNS or the domain management. But as I said, I'm going to be adding a full-on walkthrough for the domain, like connecting your domains to Groove. Let me just go back and see the rest of the questions that were asked. Okay, doke. The question over here from Facebook user: can we please discuss the HTML edit option? Can this be made available again in some form? I use it for simple tasks, but now are impossible because of the update. I'm happy to give examples of why it's necessary. Please give examples. There is a feedback portal up and running, feedback.groovefunnels.com. Make sure that you go on there and then add the feedback. the HTML edit options were removed for a very, very good reason, because they were causing big issues for us in the company. And everything, like in case you're editing code and you know how to edit code, there are still ways around it. There are custom attributes, there are CSS and tracking things that you can add on each and every page. There's also code embed option, and everything can be managed in case you know how to use code. In case you were using it for different purposes, which is why it was usually it was blocked for in the first place, and why we removed the source code editor. That's not going to be working anymore. Please give us different examples on why you would be using that, because we are going to be building in different options for managing different types of things without the actual access of the source code. So if you are using it for I don't know, there was a very good reason yesterday that one of the more advanced users gave me, which was connecting mail to and telephone links and thanks telephone functionality to a button. Basically, when you type in mail to and then something at gmail.com, then if a customer clicks a button, this will open up immediately the email email software that they are using, and it allows customers to send out email automatically by clicking on a button. That is going to be improved. We're going to be adding on this functionality built into the platform, so there's really no need for going into the source code anymore. But please give us the examples of things that you were working with or you were doing with the source code editor, so now we can look into it and maybe consider adding it as a different separate option within the builder. With all the changes, how do you keep your head from exploding? Yeah, so there is a lot of things happening, and it is keeping me busy. But as people say in Groove, it's job security. So yeah, I actually like it and I actually enjoy it. The more things are happening, the more excited I am, and I can guess a lot of you guys are as well. So yeah, there's that. I just love it. I just enjoy it. From my experience with Builderall and ClickFunnels, the best builder based on Pixel Perfect. The best builder based on Pixel Pro. I don't really know what this is for, and if this is a reply for somebody or to me, but we are getting in the way of creating a very simple and very intuitive platform for everybody, from newbies to professionals, that they can go in and create the pages that they want. At this moment, we give a lot of options that the users don't use. We give a lot of different paddings and margins that the users don't really need to know about. They just need to drag and like space things out, even that they don't know that this is padding or margins. So this is what we are working towards, to make it simpler, to make it faster, to make it better. I don't really know what this was for, but I guess you and me are on the same road. Bobby A is here. Hello from Toronto, Canada. Hello to you as well. David, once you reference a website that would unlock PDFs where it can be edited, can you please advise of that link again? Once you referenced a website that would unlock PDFs where it can be edited. I don't know. I would just type in PDF editor. PDF editor. Let's have a look at what it offers. Sejda, I believe this is the one. SEJDA. Just type in PDF editor into Google and you will find it. Is the second option from the top. SEJDA.com. Can we make websites as a business using GrooveFunnels? Yes, absolutely. If so, what are the limits? If you are on a free account, you can create three websites at this moment. You can create 3 websites with unlimited number of pages. If you're on a paid or a platinum version of Groove, you can create unlimited number of sites, unlimited number of pages and funnels within those sites. Membership add-ons. Yeah, very nice. Yes. Simple example can be seen here. I don't know what this is for. Contact form has section pre-filed due to HTML code. pre-filled due to HTML code. You don't have to have that. We added on, or we are adding on form, like basically if somebody comes to your site, if somebody fills out the form once, your site will remember, and that information will be cookied in, so it can be pre-populating the checkout forms and things like that. So this is already coming, and it just doesn't need extra things. We will have these cookied options built in, which was supposed to be deployed yesterday, but it got taken off from the list because it needs additional checks. So it's coming very soon. Would you consider freelance work for a veteran nonprofit I'm starting? I don't really do freelancing anymore. I was doing, but my fees are not very cheap anymore. As you can see, I'm doing quite a lot of things. Keeping a community of 130,000 people is not a very easy task to do. Also making sure that the development is flowing nicely. I'm the product manager as well for a couple of apps, and basically I'm the link between the devs, founders, and the user base. So I don't really have time. So I apologize. Feel free to ask somebody else in the community, but promotions are not allowed. So in case you're actually creating a campaign to promote for somebody to come and work with you or for you, that's not allowed. So try to find different ways of actually asking different people to help you out. Okay. Any update on when API will be available? I would like to connect GrooveKart to an inventory tracking software. I don't really know about the API process on GrooveKart. I know that the team working on the apps of GroovePages, GrooveSell, GrooveMember, GrooveBlog is going on. Basically, the API is being developed as we speak. So that I can tell you, but I don't really know about the GrooveKart. Some of these apps have separate code base, separate devs, and separate systems that they are using. So I would need to look into it. But I know that it will be coming. I just don't know when. Can you use own subdomains, for example, subdomain.mydomain.com as a domain, or do we have to connect root domain? You can use your subdomains. Let me just jump in and show you. With a new publishing system, it's easy to do. So in case you go and you want to publish this on a subdomain, now I only have one domain connected here, but in case you would have a subdomain already created through Cloudflare, for example, then you would come in, add a domain, and you would just say something domain.com, and you can say, would you like to host your would you like us to host your site for you? You will click no thank you, and then you can click this one, and then you put this C name, and you just forward basically point your DNS server or your hosting to host 10, and then this will actually make it make that connection. Yeah. Any differences between hosting on Groove and ourselves from what you showed? Those are just Cloudflare, which I already have the account. There are differences. The main difference is that with you hosting the actual sites, you can have somewhere else. You can have a hosting somewhere else. And if you want to use Groove for the funnel part of things or the checkout part of things, then you can still connect your domain and have that tied in with your own brand, which is hosted somewhere else. With Cloudflare, it doesn't really allow you, because if you point your domain to Cloudflare and then from Cloudflare over to Groove, if you actually want to connect Groove to your hosting, it will not allow you to have SSL security on those domains. So with an inbuilt solution, it is much simpler now. Sorry, just to clarify, is it now in place of Cloudflare, or you can still use Cloudflare? You can use Cloudflare, or you can use what we have, which is basically Cloudflare built into Groove. So you don't actually have to create an account. You don't have to do all that stuff. You can just come into Groove if you're already using Groove for your pages, funnels, for things like that. Later on, there will be memberships, blogs, your stores on GrooveKart as well will all be managed within this panel, so everything will be handy and on one place. Okie doke. Let's see. Thank you. The subdomains are very exciting. Yeah, absolutely. Hi, I hired someone on Fiverr to bring my site from Shopify to GrooveKart. The pictures did not come over. What can we do to fix this? I don't really know. I don't know why. I would probably reach out to support to see if there is an issue, but I don't think there is an issue with importer because it was working. It should be working nicely. Please reach out to support. Have a look if they can look into any of the things, like any of the database stuff that is happening. Maybe there is an error. Maybe there was just a connection issue. Maybe the connection timed out. I really don't know what could have been the issue, but please reach out to support so they can look into more details about that. How long is the lifetime subscription going to be available? Join our Groovian session tomorrow, State of the Groovian, and then Mike and the team will be able to inform you about that. Just Google PDF Unlocker. There we go. Lizu Mia. After I publish page, how can I visit the page in Google? Also trying to try getting some rest sometimes. No rest, no time for resting. If you actually publish your page, it's not going to show up in Google. The reason is because Google is something that actually needs to know that there is a site which you created in order to go and crawl it, and then to see what kind of information are you giving, and then just to populate it on different places, and then to connect it with keywords so that people, when they go and search for keywords, that it actually shows your domain. So ranking on search engines is not something that happens instantly. It's a process, and for your sites to be ranked properly, it usually takes around 8 to 9 full months to come to the place where it will be staying for some time. So yeah, there are ways to make sure that your sites get ranked faster by using Google Search Console. You actually say, hey Google, knock knock, please come and crawl my site, please have a look, I created something and I want to show up in the search results. So you can use Google Search Console, and you can use tools related to SEO to actually speed up that process of ranking. But that's a full topic that I wouldn't want to go into right now. I'm having issues with GrooveFunnels that when I try to edit element, the setting is not working. It is my phone started speaking to me. It is working. You just need to click on that little pencil icon. There is a video that was posted earlier. Let me show you. So if you go into the Facebook group, and if you scroll down a little bit, you will see a video that I posted recently, or you can also see it on this big post. Drag handles and style editor not always visible on canvas. You can have a look at the YouTube video that I showed. Basically, you would need to click on that little pencil icon. When you click on something, you need to click on the pencil icon in order to have the editor, the style editor, the sidebar show up. This and I explain it here in this video, so please have a look. There was also a separate post about this. Here we go. Here is a separate video explaining why the style editor sidebar and the drag handles don't show up automatically when you select an element. Please have a look into this one. I don't know who you are. It doesn't really give me your name, Facebook user, so you can have a look here. Next question from Naveen. Hi, David. Can we apply grading color to fonts and grading color to CTA buttons? You can with custom CSS. We don't have an inbuilt solution for that right now. David, can you please show me how to upload your design products from Teescape to my GrooveKart store? Teescape. I don't have a Teescape account connected right now with GrooveKart, but when you go into the Teescape app within the GrooveKart, there should be options to allow that. I don't have, as I said, I don't have it right now, but either it would be on Teescape, where there should be a button to push to store, or when you create a design in the Teescape app, then it shows up. There was a video on that in multiple GrooveKart challenges. So let me just share with you the process of me searching for it. So in case you go into Groove Video, I don't know how to spell today, groovevideosearch.com. This is a platform that allows you to search through the videos. Teescape. T, just type in here, or Teescape dashboard. Okay, so GrooveKart webinar replays. This is an automated, it's an AI platform that doesn't really understand the names of the platforms fully, the ones that we trained him to understand, like GrooveKart, GrooveSell, GroovePages, and things like that, but we didn't tell him about Teescape. But once I typed in Teescape like this, there is a video that shows up over here, and you can learn from Mike himself. He's explaining how to work with Teescape. You can use this for a lot of different things, but just make sure this is AI. This is an automated process, so it actually listens to the video, it transcribes the video, and then sometimes some of these terms don't really come out as you may know it. Like Teescape, you probably write it in one word, but this AI tool is not thinking like a person. It doesn't really know that that Teescape is a brand, so it just types in what it understands. So if you understand that, you can use Groove Video Search for finding all kinds of different information from the actual videos that were created. I can just see any other questions on here. Will the people make websites for us? Sorry, will the people we make websites for have the unlimited access? I don't really understand. You have your account. You have unlimited number of pages and websites available. You cannot create a website for somebody so that they use your account so that they can create as well unlimited number of websites. That's not how it works. You have your account. You can use it for your own purposes. Would it be for designing somebody else's website? Would it be for designing your own website? Make sure that you understand that this is your account. If you give access to somebody, they will be able to go into your sales processes and look into your analytics and reportings and things like that, and you don't necessarily want that. If you are a designer and you want to design for somebody else, my recommendation is to take your affiliate link, give them to your client, tell them to sign up, and share those credentials with you, okay, with a designer. This will allow you to have access to their account, and if they actually decide to upgrade to a higher plan, this way you get commissions and they will be happy. They will not need to pay for a platform ever again. They will have everything covered. They will have their own sales processes. They will have their own websites. They will have their own video hosting and memberships and things like that. You will get a little bit of commissions on that, and it's just a much better way. You have your own stuff. They have their own stuff, and you got the commissions for referring them to Groove. Okay. With the new updates, will pages built with previous templates update to the new style code automatically, or do you have to start a new page with newer templates? You don't have to. The new code, yeah, well, that's tricky. There may be some users have seen some CSS issues that is being fixed right now from the dev side of things, but you shouldn't have any issues with the templates that are on the websites, on the pages, on the funnels that you already created previously. The code should be working with the previous versions as well. But in case you're using new templates, like in case you go in and import the new templates, the templates were manually refreshed. And this is what we were doing in the last 3 weeks. The design team went in and manually rebuilt each and every template so that the code is up to date, that the styling is up to date, that the functionality of the templates is also up to date, and it just that everything works normally as it should. I followed the iMac video and add to connect a domain, but on the domain page on my account doesn't show my domain. There is a new domain system and functionality, which is not relevant to the iMac challenge anymore. As we are developing the software, it changes and we'll just need to update the videos. So you don't necessarily have to follow that connecting the domain option that was in the iMac challenge, because now we have a new process for it, and there will be a video today on that topic. Hi David, how many Stripe accounts can we add to GroovePages, GrooveSell? I want to build and host websites for clients, as many as you'd like. There is no limit to it. I'll do some freelance work. There you go. I'm having issue with GrooveFunnels that when I try to edit elements, the setting is not working. It is working. Please have a look into the group. There is a video that actually explains that. Norris Campbell, when I build and save my capture page and then highlight any other views, tablet, mobile only, it messes up the desktop. Please demonstrate how to fix it. There was a deployment yesterday which doesn't cause this anymore. Please look into the video and the update in the Facebook group. I put up a full-on video with a list of things that were updated, so this cannot happen. This shouldn't happen again for you. Will Groove do any trainings on marketing? We actually do right now, and this is called Fast Start Marketing Lab, which is a paid program. In case you are looking for training on marketing, there was an offer, which is a paid program from the founders, from the actual employees in Groove, and it's a very extensive training that went through different funnel types. And let me just tell you some of the things that we were teaching. How to recover shopping cart abandons from Matt Serralta. He is the actual person that created GrooveKart. Video marketing profits from Deb Cole. Viral marketing and butterfly marketing course from Mike Filsame. Video strategies for top Google and YouTube rankings from Simon Leong. How to maximize live streaming, personality marketing, affiliate relations, building and managing an affiliate army. So these are some of the marketing related topics that we covered in the Fast Start Marketing Lab. This was an offer that was available a couple of weeks ago, and this is basically the marketing training from Groove. The founders will never go on and provide free training on marketing, because that's not something that we need to do. Training on how to use the software is something that the users will get for free, but the higher level things like the thinking and the marketing and systems and strategies, this is something that that is not going to be a free training available for everybody. What is the best way to clone a complete page to be used again under a new domain, separate site? Just clone the site. That's basically the easiest thing. Let me see where my okay. So if you go into GroovePages and you just go out here, you can just clone the site over here. That's the easiest way to create a new site with the pages intact. Are we required to use Cloudflare? Not anymore. David, I uploaded products from my AliExpress to my store, but in my store it's showing only one product. Why not showing all the pictures imported? Okay, one product cover photo. I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. Try to find a similar product, or maybe the same product from a different vendor. Try to import that and just use the images, or save the images yourself and upload them to the actual AliExpress, to the GrooveKart on the product page. I don't know why I didn't import it. There could be a million reasons. I just don't know which one of those would be. Why would we use a subdomain? I thought we were told to avoid using them a few months ago. I don't understand the difference. You were told to avoid them, but now you can, because it is inbuilt into the system. And if you're using subdomains from third parties with a new system, it may not work hand in hand. It would have caused confusions. But now, if you're using the inbuilt domain name management system that Groove provides, it is okay to use subdomains. I was recommending not to use them, because it could have caused confusion in the system when you actually use that in tandem. Sorry for the confusion. The last comment was half of the message. Anyway, I use both margin and padding for simple pages. I don't see any issues, but I have to say that when I try to play with spacing options and or sizes, I find it very challenging, especially when I can go on negative mode on my margin. Yep, this is going to all be made much simpler in the future. We are going to be adding on a lot of more functionality to make this simpler and easier to manage. I get it. Thanks for the explanation. Also, it's been only 24 hours since I last watched your live. Yeah, I'm very active online, so hello, anyone experiencing not able to edit stuff? I actually explained that editor is unresponsive on my end. You can please go on. Like, there's another comment, the same thing. Regivel, please look into the Facebook group where you're actually commenting right now. Have a look at the posts that were posted by me. Click on my name and you will see all the posts. They explain how to work with it. Do you have some information about GrooveSell payments gateway, when it will come? And it will work for GrooveKart as well. GrooveSell payments, GrooveSell payment gateway. I believe you are talking about the GrooveSell payments. That is going to be added on as soon as we have the wallet system. We will have a wallet system which will allow you to, when you sell something, you can put in the money to go to that wallet. And when you, for example, want to pay out affiliates, you use that money from the wallet to pay out affiliates and just manage the money handling processes much simpler. Once that comes out, GrooveSell payments are going to be added for those people that don't want to handle all the processes of paying out affiliates and handling all the legal documentation and things like that. But join the Groovion session. I believe Mike will be talking more about that. If I use my domain for the main web page, then I need to create subdomain for sales funnel. Not necessarily. You can just keep everything on the main domain. It will be separated with the / and then you can name your pages for the funnel. So let's just say you have a website with domain.com, and then you have domain.com / contact, domain.com / about us. But in case you want to have a funnel, you can just name the first page of your funnel funnel 1. So it will be domain.com / funnel 1. So you don't need to have a separate domain for your funnels. If you don't prefer, you can just have everything on the root domain. If you had to sneak a parrot through the airport security, how would you do it? Good, great question. I would probably just let it fly into the section and skip over the security. I suppose the Faster Marketing Lab isn't free under the Platinum purchase level. No, it's an extra purchase. A newbie here. When I build my store, I plan to make it available to have affiliates for it. Does Groove have the ability built in order to be added to a store or a page with commissions processing? If you're talking about store as in GrooveKart, we don't have systems for affiliates in GrooveKart. In case you're talking about a store that you're selling some of the products, like a couple of products, maybe in a funnel type of way, or maybe you have options like you put in 3 products and then people can choose any of these 3 products, maybe 1 product but 3 variants of that. You can have affiliates for that. But if you have hundreds of products and if you want to have an affiliate system for it, that's not available right now. What is butterfly marketing? Butterfly marketing is a system which allows you to have each and every one of your salespeople each and every one of the people that purchase from you, each and every one of the person that buys from you, to become a salesperson for yourself. This is tied in with affiliate marketing, and it's just an awesome system for selling something or even giving something away for free and getting those people to promote for you. This is basically what Groove does. You signed up on a free account, you got access to the free account to create your pages, funnels, and things like that, but you were invited immediately to promote Groove to earn money for it. So from nothing we created a salesperson. And this is what you can do for each and every one of your products as well. Let's just say you're selling a book. Let's just say that this is your book and you want to start selling it. If somebody buys a book from you, becomes a salesperson. So they get a link and they can promote onwards. Or if you want, and this is what we suggest, to create like a free version, maybe an audio, like a cutout audio version of that book, or just a couple of pages, the best part of the book, and give it away for free, which if somebody gets it for free, they get added to be an automatic affiliate, and they can start promoting that book for you even without a purchase. So it's just a very clever way of getting people to promote your products. Okay, so do you recommend using subdomains for SEO or just stick with the domain? Like, there are benefits and pros and cons, and I had a discussion about this with a GrooveMember recently inside a Facebook group. There is pros and cons to both. Some people prefer to have root domain /blog, or maybe domain.com/blog in order to serve the blog posts. Some people prefer blog.domain.com. I prefer blog.domain.com, or membership.domain.com, or checkout.domain.com, or something like that, funnel.domain.com. It just looks nicer, tidier, and it just better. From the SEO perspective, some say that it affects it, some say that it doesn't affect it, but I would just say do your own due diligence and learn about it if you want to make the right decision. I can tell you there is no right or wrong decision. Each and every one of the options is available for you, so just see which one works for you. Can host my domain with GrooveFunnels from my main page, then create a subdomain with GrooveFunnels and host a subdomain on ClickFunnels? Yeah, you could. That you would do this way. Let me just bring this over. So you go into the site that you connected to your root domain, but don't use ClickFunnels in tandem. Like, I don't necessarily understand why you would do that. But okay, like, I'm nobody to judge. Okay, so you connected your root domain with Groove, and now you want to add on a subdomain. The way you do it is just add a record, which will be a CNAME record, and it will be the name, will be the actual funnel name, and the content will be the actual CNAME record that what's it called? Well, ClickFunnels gives you. So if ClickFunnels gives you a CNAME to point it to, then this is what you add on here. You can turn on or turn off caching using Cloudflare. This is just to make your sites a bit faster. But then once you save it, then you should have everything connected together. In theory, this has not been tested, and I don't even know if ClickFunnels gives you its own CNAME to forward things to. Does GrooveBlog have a video tutorial and is going through development enhancement? Not yet. I'm going to be working on that one. I can tell you some of the juicy stuff that we are working on. Let me just tell you what is being worked on right now. So currently we are working on basically we finished the scheduling the posts, so now you can have a full-on scheduling system which allows you to see which posts are scheduled, which posts are not scheduled, for when are they scheduled, and things like that. We added on native Groove video options. We are also added the option of changing the background colors of the header, body, and the footer. And we are also working on embed element options. So when you go and you want to embed a quiz into your blog, that is going to be available. If you want to embed affiliate tools, affiliate promo tools, or in case you want to embed a sign-up form of some sort and things like that, it's going to be available to put in on the actual canvas and inside the content of the blog. But some of these things we are doing heavy development on it. We are going to be pausing the heavy development on GrooveBlog. Then I will take time and I will create like a walkthrough on how to use it and how to create your blog with it. Thank you, David. Could you please explain on GrooveSell tracking options? Can I create my membership site, for example, and give my members affiliate link while tracking on where do they promote? You cannot track where they promote. That's not the tracking link. You can create your tracking links uh, for your own sales process. You can go into GrooveSell tools tracking. I can share with you a bit later a video that explains this, or maybe I will just put it in the Facebook group. I'll see what I do. That that tracks where people are coming from. For example, if you're promoting on Facebook and YouTube at the same time, you can have a tracking link which is going to be tracking if somebody comes from Facebook, and you can have a tracking link if somebody comes from YouTube, and then you can see which makes more sense. You can also add on custom domains for that, and it's just a really nice inbuilt system to have tracking allowed for your sales processes. I want to do reviews and need to learn both, so I'm sign up for both. Okay, so for ClickFunnels and Groove, yeah, sure, you can do that. Feel free to use the flow that I just showed you earlier. Is using both GrooveFunnels and ClickFunnels kind of redundancy? Yeah, there is the answer that Eric said. Does GrooveKart link to Google SEO? I'm not driving traffic to my store, but receiving about 50 people a day. I'm not complaining, just want to understand. No sales, but where is the traffic coming from? I don't know. I cannot look into the backend, unfortunately. If you would like to know that, feel free to reach out to support so they can look into it for you. I don't know where it is coming from, but yeah, just feel free to reach out to support so they can give you more details on it. They have access to get in and see some of the stuff. I don't really know if they will be able to see who is coming from where, but one more reason to add on analytics to your site. If you add on a Google Analytics pixel or like a code, you will be able to track that yourself. Okay, Ross is here. Can I sell physical products with GrooveSell? Alternatively, can I set up a funnel with upsells and downsell using GrooveKart? You can do both. You can sell physical products with GrooveSell. When you say physical products, that is going to be sold in a funnel type of way. So main product, upsell, downsell, order bumps, and so on. If you want to sell things the way that people pick and choose and add to cart and remove from cart and then pay everything at the same time, or that's GrooveKart. But in GrooveKart you can also allow bumps and upsells and downsells and things like that. Lastly, I cannot figure out the spacing on text boxes and pictures. Can you show me a quick way to space properly? I have used the sidebar, but it doesn't move it much. Not sure what text boxes or pictures, but I'll try to show you here. Okay, so any kind of sizing and spacing is working the same way. I will show you here on a button. So now you click on an element, you click this little pencil icon, and you go into spacing, and the margins decide what is going to be pushed away from the actual button. Okay. Paddings are going to control what is going to happen inside the button. Similarly for the images, in case you want to do anything with the images, you can decide top margin, bottom margin. You can do side margins or decide what you actually want to modify, which you cannot see, of course, because I'm covering the page. So yeah, deciding margins is going to be pushing things away from the parent container, parent elements. Moving some things from the side is going to also be pushing it away this way. I don't really know how to explain it differently and what causes the issues, but if this is not working for you, then something must be causing it. So feel free to record a short loom.com video. Loom is just a a little Chrome extension. It's called LOOM. You can add it on for free, and it is going to allow you to record your screen and visually present the issues that you may be seeing, so that we can help you and assist you further. Where can I find a tutorial on how GrooveMember works? Just on YouTube, just type in GrooveMember. There will be tutorials from myself, and there is going to be also tutorials from different members of Groove that created their own tutorials. So you can choose whichever you prefer. How do I fix domains of an unavailable issue when publishing update to my GroovePages site? I don't know when domains unavailable happens. I would need to know. I haven't seen this error, and this new publishing options are quite new, Darcy. So if you give me more information, I would be able to assist. When will the lifetime access pricing be going away? Join our Groovian session tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There will, of course, be a replay as well that you can watch, and that will explain some of that stuff. It's by Mike and the founders, John Cornetta, I believe, and Donna will be there as well. Thanks for your hard work. We will be success. Absolutely. And this is expected. I expect nothing less than success from you guys. Bobby, David, you may have answered this question earlier, but can I create a membership link for individuals that purchase a physical product or digital product through GrooveKart? Can I create a membership link that purchase a physical product to GrooveKart? Great question. You cannot create a registration link, but what you could do is, you would need to get them to sign up. So you can create a form. You create a form in GrooveMail. You can then use automations to say, if somebody filled out this form, add them to a membership. So that's something that you would need to do on top. It cannot be automated at this moment. Groovester or Groovers? It's interchangeable. I have a GIF on a GroovePages site, but page speed is 60 on mobile. Google Page Speed Insight suggests MP4 rather than GIF, but page speed decreased. Any suggestion for increasing speed? Don't put a GIF. That's the only thing I can suggest. The less embedded things, the less interactive things on there, the speedier it will get. There really is no way to compress GIFs, up to my knowledge. We can have a look. Compressing GIF. Optimize animated GIFs. There is something that you can look into. I don't really know if this will increase or decrease the page speed, but definitely worth looking into, like testing it out. But not using GIFs is the best option that you can choose. Is GrooveMail back and working? And is the autoresponder working? No, the GrooveMail is up and running, but the sending out emails is not working yet. There will be information about when it's coming back by Mike tomorrow on the Groovian. But from when we stopped it, it's 60 days, so approximately April is going to be back. Where can I see the schedule for training and Q&As from you other than and other Groove staff? There are no other Groove staff doing trainings and Q&As. It's just me at this moment. There is Simon Leong that does some training, but he doesn't have a schedule. He pops on and he creates a live stream. There is no schedule for that. I do Q&A sessions on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So that's something that I do at 12 p.m. or noon Eastern Standard Time. That's the normal schedule for now. And I believe I know I'm not sharing my screen right now. GrooveFunnels. There's going to be a calendar page that is going to be updated with current training information and everything. At this moment, it's not up there yet, but we'll have a calendar page that explains any kind of training that is going to be recurring. But at this moment, Tuesday and Thursday at noon Eastern Standard Time. I had the domain unavailable issue prior to the update yesterday. Update didn't fix the issue. Please record a video about it, Darcy. I never seen this error, so maybe you had it connected with a different site as well. I don't really know. So if you could just give us more information, record a video about it, how it shows up, when it shows up, why it shows up, and then we can look into it further. Also, make sure that in the video you provide the actual site ID or the actual address bar is visible, so the devs can go in and look into it in more depth. Since the update, all my mobile, etc. pages are out of sync alignment. Can they still be easily reset? This is a CSS issue that our dev team is looking into. Let's see if there was some movement. Yeah, they are not up there, but it is being worked on. Yeah, so this is coming. There is going to be a hotfix for some of the sites that are that are misaligned. Once the hotfix comes out, I will put an announcement in the group. It will require you to republish your page on the domain, and that should fix it. Would it be easier to create a membership link for a purchase product through a funnel process in GroovePages than it would be in GrooveKart? Definitely, because you can automate that. It depends what you're actually selling. Just trying to get the easiest process. Would it be easier to create the membership link for a purchased product through a funnel process? Yes. In GrooveSell, if you set up your product in GrooveSell, it really depends on what you're selling. But in case you set up your product in GrooveSell, you can set up automatic fulfillment, so the customer purchases it and automatically gets an email sent out. You don't even have to touch anything anymore. The customer will get access to the membership, and it's just going to go bam 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 automatically without even you being there. So but that again depends on your processes and what you're selling. Do I need to add each GrooveKart to Google Analytics? Thanks for all your hard work and knowledge, man. My pleasure. So each and every store has its own settings for Google Analytics. You just go to Google Analytics, you take a piece of code and you pop it in the store. Each and every one of your store will need to have its own separate Google Analytics, so it can track the complete store, which means all of your product pages, all of your home pages, and the contact pages, and the policy pages, terms pages, things like that. So basically the whole store will be tracked. My suggestion, in Google Analytics, you can create different assets that you're tracking. So I believe they're called site assets or something like that. You can create different sites to be tracked within Google Analytics. Frost settings. I've spent a whole day on this. Oh well. Not quite sure what. Frustrating as I've spent a whole day on this. This is beta, and this is an update so any kind of update that goes out, we cannot fully test it out. We test it out on test environment. We have a look at how it acts and what it does, and we rework it sometimes, but we can never test it out as when we push it on the live servers, because there is 300,000 members. On the test accounts we have 10, and we just don't really have the actual scope of what it could affect if we just test it on the test account. We do all the changes, when we do everything that we can so that it works well and 100% good on the test account, but when we push it live with 500,000 members, it's just a completely different animal. So these kinds of issues with each and every deployment while we are still in this heavy development phase is kind of expected. So but that always comes with a solution, always come with fixes, and we just never leave it as like, sorry guys, we're done with our thing, and then it's like that's never going to happen. GIF is already compressed, fewer colors per frame and fewer frames per second, reduce file size. Flat choppy animation will be smaller file, video will be largest file per second. Yeah, there we go. Can you explain the difference between a free and unlimited accounts? For example, auto-responding and video data limits. Eric, I can show you here. If you go on to groovefunnels.com /packages, okay, groovefunnels.com /packages, you can see the free and the lifetime package differences. So in GroovePages, how many websites you get on a free and how many on unlimited. In GrooveSell, GrooveVideo, GrooveMember, GrooveMail, GrooveKart stores, and things like that. So we are going to be adding on GrooveBlog and GrooveWebinar and Groove other things that are coming out. But yeah, this is what it's up right now. I can tell you GrooveBlog is going to have one store for free members and unlimited for the lifetime members, and that's an awesome thing. It's not clear the way it's written. Why is it not clear? Can you explain the difference between free and unlimited accounts? For example, auto-responding and video data limits. What is not clear? Could you please clarify your question? I actually consider it very, very clear. GrooveFunnels /packages. Okay. So the Groove video, it gives you 15 videos, but you would need to and 5 gigabyte per video, but you need to bring your own hosting, or basically storage encoding options. And unlimited, you get that already built in. It's get 100 gigabytes for live and 100 gigabytes per month. So you get 100 gigabytes of storage for your videos. If for example, you upload one video which is 50 megabytes, if you delete it, you again have 100 gigabytes available. So it's like your Google Drive where you can upload your files. Serving of those videos, you get 100 gigabytes per month. If you are a power user and you actually create 100 courses, you probably need to buy one of these capacity booster packs, which will allow you to have more storage and more bandwidth. I don't understand all the verbiage. Okay, so that's basically for Groove Video. For Groove Mail, contacts, you probably understand what contacts are. Like a person that is on your email list is one contact, and you can have 5,000 email sends per month, and you cannot import your contacts. If you had a contact list on a different platform already, like MailChimp or ActiveCampaign, Aweber, or others, you are able to actually import your contacts at a later date and time. If you are on the paid account, you can have 10,000 contacts and you can send unlimited number of emails. It's not limited by that. And you can also import the contacts. So that's kind of it. There's not much more than that it is to it. So storage over here is the actual space that is given, so that it's like a Google Drive account where to put your files. The encoding of the videos, that is when you upload a video, it needs to be processed and it needs to be made it needs to be customized so that it can go into the actual video player, in the Groove video player. So that encoding, that conversion, that transformation of the video into a format that is easily playable, easily available online, is the encoding, and the bandwidth is the actual consuming of the video. Like in case you watch a video online, you're actually consuming that. There is a server that is sending the information of the video, and there is your internet is actually downloading that video in order to stream it for you to see it. So the serving of that video is the bandwidth. So hopefully that gives you kind of an understanding of what each and every one of these do. An autoresponder is an essential part of internet marketers' arsenal. When is GrooveMail going to be fixed, and what is the progress? It is now costing fees to other services which were not part of the plan. While the silence in GrooveMail, there was no silence in GrooveMail, but it was actually told very very clearly that is going to be paused for 60 days. There will be no support on that in order to have people, the devs, like focused on fixing the issues and also adding on new functionality. There is no forced silence on GrooveMail. It's being worked on. We are actually developing it further. There is a Twilio was integrated, so now when it comes back, you'll be able to send out not only emails but also SMS messages as well, and notifications and things like that. So it's quite awesome. You'll be also having other options, more automations are coming in and things like that. So that's being worked on while we are getting unblocked by the for the sending and deliverabilities. We are also working on integrations. We are also adding on webhooks and all kinds of things. So yeah, there's no silence on it. There's just, as we said, 60 days. There will be no support. We need that time to work on functionalities and also to delist from the spam house, basically the servers or the services that blocked us due to users spamming. It costs money. Yeah, well, unfortunately, if you are doing business, the main point of it is to make money. At this moment, the tool to make money is needs to be a different one than it is provided by us. But if you have a system up and running, what you probably did something before Groove came up or before GrooveMail was available. So just use those systems. In case you are completely reliant on GrooveMail, then just wait out that period of time. You can also use those integrations which you can connect with MailChimp and Aweber. These are free email services. There is also other free email providers that you can use so that you don't spend money on that in this process. Which payment gateways do you personally recommend your go-to? I live in a country which is called Croatia, and it is a very small country, and none of the none of the payment gateways that we currently have integrate with. But if I would live in any other country, I would probably go with GroovePay, because GroovePay now integrates with a lot of different countries. Croatia is not one of them, but GroovePay is my go-to. It's going to be cheaper than anything else. It's going to offer more support. It's going to offer direct integrations with everything, and the systems that it's going to allow you to have, like payment to affiliates and wallets and things like that, is just awesome thing to have on one place. So GroovePay, definitely, in case you are in a situation like me that you don't have really an option, then unfortunately that's just a PayPal. PayPal is covering most of the countries in the world, and it's one of the only solutions that are available in some parts of the world right now to use with Groove. Yo, Dave, what's up, man? What's the best free and paid for traffic source you know of? Chatbots, best free option that there is right now out there, and chatbots, definitely. Other best free is SEO, which is a longer process. So, yeah, paid YouTube. Paid traffic, the best one is YouTube that I can tell you about. YouTube is what Facebook was a couple of years ago, when it was super cheap, when it was super available for everybody, and not a lot of people use it because they are shy to come on camera. If you want to use paid traffic and you don't want to use chatbots, or you don't want to use SEO, then the other option is YouTube. Like, that's the best one at this moment right now. I want to build a member site that I will direct to Chrome store. Would it be better? Would it be easier to build out in GrooveSell so I have it send them email, or would it be easier in GroovePages to link it to the Chrome store? So, Chris, I don't think you fully understand what the difference is. The GroovePages is just a design tool. It's like, consider PowerPoint. Okay, it's like putting things on the actual slides and then having it nice and pretty. The actual functionality of selling and the checkout and the delivery of products and things like that are going to GrooveSell. So if you want to sell something, you would probably need a website or a page or a landing page funnel that is designed visually in GroovePages, but you still need to connect it in GrooveSell so that it has functionality. So these two kind of go both hand in hand, and that needs to be done in order to be able to sell something. That really helped. I get it. Thank you. Is the video available now? Video is available. Yeah. Newbie, can you explain how you can promote your affiliate link in Facebook group? Just go out and help as many people as you can. Provide the clear benefits and features that Groove offers that no other platform offers. For example, all-in-one solutions, creating your websites and sales funnels, and having order bumps, and managing all this for free is something that nobody gives you. It's like nobody does this, and Groove actually does that. And if you explain those benefits to people in the groups, the non-spammy way, because spamming and actually promoting is like, here, click here, this is the best solution, da 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 da, is going to get you kicked out very quickly. So get into conversation, meet people, reach out to the owners of the Facebook groups, ask them if you maybe want to partner, you pay them for something, and then you actually promote your Groove affiliate link or things like that. But just reach out to people. The more you communicate, the more you connect with people, the more they will know, like, and trust you, and you'll be able to influence them into going the routes that you want them to go. How to fix if blogs publish in different order than design? I DM you a loom previously. I'll need to have a look there, Darcy. I don't really know. So GroovePay is available now? Yes. Does Groove have a way to track affiliates for your offers, like first promoter style? Does Groove have a way of track affiliates for your offers? Yes. Go into GrooveSell tools tracking links. Pinterest is a great free traffic source for e-commerce. There you go. So that it explains, I have to have the asset in GrooveSell and build funnel in GroovePages. Yep. Bam. GroovePages is the visual interface to GrooveSell. Yeah, kind of. You can use actually GrooveSell with other platforms like WordPress page builders, and you actually use GrooveSell to be the brains behind it and to do the checkout process with upsells, downsells, order bumps, and things like that. So you don't necessarily have to use GroovePages, but yeah, Max, you kind of right. If you're using Groove and if you're in the Groove ecosystem, then you create your products and the brains behind the sales process, and then you design the visual pages in GroovePages. Okie doke. So I answered quite a lot of questions. I don't see any new ones. I knew the answers to some. I didn't know the answers to some. So I do apologize. Darcy, I'll look into the questions that you were asking. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we covered most of the topics today. So I would like to thank you guys. I will wrap this up for today because I have quite a few videos to record for you. We'll do another Q&A session next Tuesday, so make sure you stay tuned. But if you haven't decided what you're doing tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, make sure you visit the State of the Groovian. Go there and register because it's a limited amount of seats available. There will be a replay, but it's always better to be on there live and just have the capability or the ability to ask questions. That's why we kind of do these live streams and the live webinars. So make sure this is on your calendars. State of the Groovian, the first one in 2021, is going to be great. So yeah, make sure you are there. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being here. Hopefully I answered your questions. If not, I'll need to look into those. But yeah, see you next Tuesday, basically Tuesday next week.